Yeah, okay, it's T with Gary V. Sipping empathy. I know patience is the key. Putting out all of my shit for free. This is T with Gary V. Michael make a flip, take a risk.
Good morning, everyone. April 27th, Monday. Hope you and your loved ones are super well and good. I am in the building. I'm ready to go right into it. T with Gary V is live. Dustin on the ones and twos. Let's get right into it.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
What's good, Rich?
How are you doing, Gary? Thank
I'm
you
really
for
well.
doing this. I'm really happy to be here. I was gonna go straight into it.
Let's do it.
So I got my notes right here, so I'm like looking. So I want to get your opinion on Netflix's quantity for consistency purpose of the content. So basically, yeah, I'm a sound engineer, and we see a lot of online content, DJs doing live streaming, artists doing radio shows.
Hey, Dustin, can we get Richard set?
workshops.
It's just chopping too much. Richard, work with Dustin. We're gonna try to get you set up properly because it's just too choppy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you're. Let's get to the next question, Dustin. Let's work on Richard on the back end. Get him back in. Sergio, what's good?
Doing very well, man. Good morning. How's everything for you today?
Really well. Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Very nice.
Yes, sir. So, hey, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me today, man. It's an honor to be on. I've been following you for a while, and finally really starting to implement a lot of the things that you've been talking about, especially in terms of pillar content. I have a combat sports and culture podcast called The Fight Podcast that I've been growing for about the last 2.5 years. I have over 200 episodes. I have over 50 plus interviews. And I'm at the point now where I'm actually really trying to grow the brand. So just a long story short, like I said, Black and Puerto Rican from Chicago. And I used to compete in lifelong martial artist. I used to compete, loved it. And I had aspirations of going pro. Unfortunately, had cancer, wasn't able to continue. But for me, I love the sport and I want to continue being ingratiated in the sport. And the more I went on, I realized that there was a real lack of diversity, especially when it came to combat sports media. And that's something that I'm really, really passionate in. I'm not able to compete, but I still want to have something to do with the sport. So I've been doing this for about the last 2.5 years. And the advice that I've gotten was from people who are mentors of mine, but they're in the broadcast. They're like, let's just focus on getting as much information as you can and getting your reps up. So I feel like I have that. Now I want to build my pillar of content. I'm starting to do that specifically with my YouTube page. I have a lot of podcasts, but now I'm building that. But unfortunately, I have someone, for instance, who has a much larger following than I do. Not only do they have a much larger following than I do, they have a huge name and they have a similar name on YouTube. So it's making me difficult to be found on YouTube. Would you have any advice on how to do that?
Yeah, to not worry about that. I mean, that's a complete non-factor. There's always going to be somebody with more followers. There's always going to be somebody bigger, stronger, prettier, more money. It's just completely irrelevant. You being able to be found on search on YouTube, if you're in a place where you're worried about being found organically on search on YouTube, then you're not going to win because then you're transactional. You're not a brand.
Right.
You understand?
So I should
if you're worried about like, damn, I'm not getting my proper views because this other Sergio Vincente type character is stealing my shit, then you're not winning. Because if people want to watch you, they're gonna fucking find you.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like straight up. Like if people, there's people that share fucking names with fucking more famous people.
Absolutely.
Michael B. Jordan's name is Michael B. Jordan. He had to fucking drop the B in there. But he still got fucking found. He's still getting his flex. So I'm not worried about that at all. I'm worried that you're worried about that.
Okay.
Okay. So
absolutely.
That's just something you need to spending any energy on alternative, situations, AKA other people or what they're up to has historically always been a losing formula.
Absolutely.
It just means that minute that you're, and you know how it is, right? Once you get captivated by some other shit, now you're watching his shit. Now you're like, you're wasting time. Every minute you're worried about like what's his thumbnail, what's his title, what's going on there, or fuck, he's got a bigger name. Every minute you spend on that is a minute you're not spending on your community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what my focus is, as opposed to sitting there and actually even worrying about that, just keep plugging away, focus on making sure I'm putting as much content as possible.
Yes, but also reading the comments and understanding if people actually enjoy it and if it's bringing value, and then mixing up your game if it's not.
Absolutely.
You know, the biggest strength I have is the evolution of my content, not just the content. It's listening and reading every comment. You know, the reason I was so good at engaging with everybody on Twitter early on, and even to this day, still engage more than most people at the volume that I get, is because I'm actually reading the comments. So just adding the yo, what's up, or love, or thank you is not super hard. Most people don't read the comments, bro.
Absolutely. No, it makes sense.
So read the comments and adjust, but also not just take what your audience wants if you don't want to do it. So it's this fine balance between what are you trying to pull off and what do they want from you. That's a whole nother thing.
No, and I feel that, and that's why even for myself, I've been trying to make sure I'm bringing out as much micro content as I can, and even doing things. So specifically, I'm even doing something like my own show on like IG Live. That's kind of building off of that, you know. So
what do you want, Serge? What do you want to happen?
In terms of that, what I want to do is I want to make sure
macro, like from a professional standpoint. Forget about like what do you want to happen?
I want to be the biggest name in combat sports media. I want to be the Black and Puerto Rican Joe Rogan. That is the goal.
Good. So first, be the Black and Puerto Rican Sergio Vicente. You know, but I understand what you're saying. Listen,
yeah, absolutely.
Rogan plugged away for years. Rogan, at this point in your career, Rogan was playing stand-up shows for 13 people in fucking Iowa.
True.
So like,
absolutely.
But it's really true, Sergio.
Yeah.
It's really true. Like where people get confused is where Rogan's at now comes on the back with fucking 20 years doing stand-up when nobody gave a fuck.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I know.
But I really want to drill this into you and everybody else. Like 2 years ain't shit.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people think it is.
So just continue building in terms of the, pillar content. And even if I have my pillar content, I want to make sure that,
by the way, everybody who's trying to understand what Sergio's saying, because I know a lot of you might be like, what the fuck is pillar content? If you Google Gary Vee content model, pillar content is like a podcast or a vlog that is like your main thing. And then what you do is you take it and you post edit. Just like this is my main thing right now. Tea with Gary Vee is a pillar content. And I'm sure everybody who follows me on Instagram seeing the clips in Instagram. That's how you take the micro content from the pillar content, just so everybody knows. But yeah, the main thing, Sergio, that I really want to make sure you know is that Joe Rogan, 2 years into his career, on this exact day, many days in, the way you're in, was doing stand-up for 7 minutes on a set in some bullshit club in fucking San Francisco, and 9 people watched.
Absolutely.
And I need people to understand that. 2 years into my content career, I had 140 winos watching me on an old YouTube, desktop only, no fucking mobiles out yet. The mobile phone wasn't even invented yet, as we know it. Right. I need people to fucking wake up what I mean by patience.
No, I understand that.
And by the way, you've been going at it 2 years. 98% of this room that's like upset that it hasn't happened, are fucking 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
People don't fucking get it, bro.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like I love doing this. The goal for me is I want to make sure I'm doing this for the rest of my life. I want to, if I'm paid being a media person, I love it.
I'm hearing you.
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm not giving you the do you love it speech. I'm giving you the you got a lot more fucking work to do speech.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Richard, what's good?
I don't know if it's clear right now. It's very choppy.
Feels better on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, on my end, yes. So the DJs.
Okay, cool.
I see all that. We're talking about quantity, quality. Keep going.
Yeah. So basically, So I noticed that a lot of people doing different things to share the content, but I noticed that a lot of corners when it comes to audio quality, streaming quality. I'm the two artists who really how can I say very cautious about the packaging content. So I wanted to ask and see is there a way that
Dustin, we're gonna
having
Dustin, we're gonna have to let's get him set up tomorrow because we're having a quality conversation and his stuff's all chopped up. Let's go to the next one, Dustin. Let's keep this moving.
Yeah.
Richard, we'll get this figured out, bro. Even if not tomorrow.
No problem.
Appreciate you. All right, let me just say what's up. Big up to Ed Bro, James Hurston, Carolyn G, what's good? Kareem Hayes in the building. Card Guy Cody, what's good? You know, Adam Griffin, what's good? Summer Winter, what's good? What's good? Hakeem Draper, what's up? What's up? What's up? Jat and Felipe Munoz, appreciate it. Rapping Combat, what's good? Saint Love Kick, what's good? Samira Tosh. All right, Jessica, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm super well.
I'm trying to navigate several jobs and, of course, trying to get some side things going. And I'm getting a little overwhelmed with the social media between the LinkedIn, the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok. Like everything is just trying to post more than once a day. And then, of course, working several jobs. I only have maybe an hour a day. Because sometimes, well, right now it's been a lot easier because of the quarantine. I've had a couple of the jobs lay me off, but fortunately I have 2 others that I'm still working on. So I feel like I have a little bit more time. But I know when the quarantine is lifted and I go back, I'm up at 5:30 and I'm working till like 9. So I only have about an hour for social media.
First of all, it's amazing. Your work ethic is inspiring. So, you know, couple things here. One, you can't beat yourself up. Obviously, you're carrying so many jobs because they're all paying at a micro level. And so the combination of it allows you to kind of like pay your bills, right? So there's 3 core things here. One, not beating yourself up that you only have 1 hour when you're working so hard. And then yes, it will take longer, but you're fulfilling your responsibilities while building towards your future. So judgment of yourself. 2, are you overthinking your content on social so then it's slow, right? Like if you're over worried about production value or perfection, that could be another thing, right?
One of my jobs is in mortgage lending. And with that, I have to be careful of what I post.
Of course.
A lot of people depend on making sure that I know my stuff. And with mortgage lending, it changes on the daily. It changes every day I wake up. It changes. So I have to be, so yeah, that does take a little bit of time.
But I assume your side thing, but isn't your side thing around, what's your side thing, your social media side thing?
Working out, basically.
So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about that hour. In that hour, when it's overwhelming, my question is, are you overthinking it, over perfectioning it? That's number 2. And then number 3 for your situation is, is there any way to lower your expenses so you don't have to cover 4 jobs to pay for your lifestyle? Like what's going on the expense side with roof and transportation and food? And then the thing that I always get most excited about, which is, what other things are being bought that are leading to a vicious cycle? Because you're in a hardcore cycle, right? 5:30, 9:30. You're just working to sustain. I mean, you're just working.
Well, it's nice because the 3 of them are part-time and I get to make my own hours. And once if I get a loan, a lot of that depends on timing. And so I focus just on that and I put the other 2 aside. So it's more of, I work full time, 7 to 3, and then from 3 to whenever I work, if I have a loan, I'm in there and I try to get the loan out the door because timing is everything to these realtors.
What would you like to happen, Jess? Like in the super macro, are you trying to have a life and lifestyle, health and wellness platform that's your full-time career, or is it something else?
Honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out. That's why I just started listening to your content in August, and I was like, okay, now I really have to start this. Started a couple of pages, and then now I'm just kind of working, getting them. I mean, I'm not worried about followers and how much I have and things like that. I know it's like watering a plant. You just got to wait till it grows. But we all want to see a little traction to give you a little optimism that that the water's hitting the fucking roots. Right. True.
I mean,
well, I guess my other issue is that within that hour, I have to do social media for not only the working out, but the mortgage as well. So that hour is for both.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, have you considered maybe cutting one of the other kind of part-time jobs to give you back that 2 to 4 hours?
I really have. But sometimes when a loan comes in and I push everything aside, it's just all it is just for that loan. But
that makes sense because that's where your economics are.
Yeah.
But sometimes the loan's not coming in, but you're still going to that part-time. What's the shittiest of the part-time jobs?
What do you mean?
Which one do you like the least of the three?
Oh, geez. It's the part-time at a private school. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
I would highly, highly debate cutting that one out to give you how many hours a week are you putting into that?
For that one, it's only 3 hours. It's not that much.
I want those 3 back because that 3 is going to give you less tension on what you've started getting focused on since August, and now you're down to 4 hours, and you're going to be able to get a lot more done. And that's 4 hours, but it's really 6 because the transportation, the time, the prep. It's not just the 3 hours you're in that building.
Yeah. And then I guess my other question is, how do you not get lost in starting this, having so many avenues, having a job and then a hustle, and then how do you not get lost in that?
By realizing you're looking to be found, not that you're lost.
Okay.
It's perspective.
Yeah, that's true.
You see where I'm going? If you looked at it as this is the process that I'm doing to get found versus am I lost in this? No different than you know how much I hate exercising? I hate it more than the Patriots.
Well, I'll tell you something.
But real quick, let me finish this thought and then just jump in.
Go ahead.
But when I'm doing it, I'm like, this is me. I don't like this, but this is doing something good for me. And then it became something good in my mind. You just need to make that something good in your mind, that you're not getting lost. You're working through the process of being found.
Yep, that's true.
Makes sense?
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, anytime somebody goes to work out, I always tell them, nobody, like, not even myself. I love working out, but I love the after process, not
Me
going
too.
into it.
Oh my God. The afters
Going
are
into
such
never good.
And that's what you need to do here. You're not lost or helter skelter. You're in the process of finding what you want.
Perfect.
Good
Thank
luck.
you. Hey, thank
Take
you
care.
so much for doing
You're
that.
welcome. Derek M, what's good? Mike Z, what's good? Yogi C, what's good? Saint Love Kick, one more time for you. All right, leave a comment if you haven't. Let's keep it going. Raiden.
Yo, what's up, Gary? How are you?
Life is good, bro.
First thing, thank you. I mean, for all the people that can't say it, thank you. You know what I'm saying.
I appreciate it.
My question is, so I graduate in December with an accounting degree. I'm just gonna read it off so I don't miss anything. How do I balance wanting to try every job field that I'm interested in? I've always wanted to coach basketball or be involved with the game somehow. But at the same time, I also love flipping stuff. And like I said, I'm an accounting major. So like I'm balancing all those things and just like looking to find somewhere where I can like give everything. Cause like I know how I work and like I work my face off. Like,
what's the fear of picking one?
I guess it's just getting started. Like I've been like the other day, everybody's like, a lot of people are fussing about quarantine and stuff and like, oh, this is a crisis and whatnot. I literally sat on a Zoom call with college coaches for 3 hours and listened to them teach. Like that would have never happened if this didn't happen.
That's right.
So like the fact that like, I mean, I go to Memphis. So like I DM'd the coach and I was like, hey coach, like how can I get on this? And he just sent me the link, like stuff like that. So like I'm working to like get in. But then also I love, you talked one time about juggling. Like if you got 17 balls in the air and you drop 3, you still got 14. But if you got 3 and you drop 3, you got nothing.
Or if you got 1, but you're looking over in the corner and you're like, I like that ball better. That's what most people that are watching right now are doing. They're juggling 1. They think they're on the focus. The problem is they don't like their ball.
Exactly. And so like I love juggling. Like your structure.
So do that.
Yeah.
Because you're asking me to not juggle. The
question's like where to start.
Where to start with what?
Like finding the actual career. Like, and I know like career is like a different term than it was 20 years ago because we're not like locked in. Like I'm a teacher, I'm a doctor, I'm a whatever. So like I think just having peace.
Well, let's break it down. You know, flipping is a career and an entrepreneurship that you can just flip.
I've made easily, like my parents, myself, like I made $2,000 off Facebook in the last 3 weeks selling stuff. We've been going crazy, bro. Like I moved out of my room because the audio was messed up. My room is like, I just been going through, what can I sell?
I love it. Makes me happy. I love when people are listening and executing. It's real, right?
Yeah, 100%. I found you on Trash Talk. It's so easy. And so much fun.
So fun. So why not that? Why can't that be the starting point?
I think the thought with that one is like scalable. Like how do I make it bigger? And I know like more time into it is easy.
You can make $100,000. There's flippers that make $1 million. They start with one-off stuff, and then they realize they want more scale, and then they start wholesaling from closeout places and doing Amazon versus eBay.
Yeah.
I think you actually don't think it's a career, which is why that one's like, I think what you're asking is like the basketball coaching one more than, or whatever, more than the flipping one, because the flipping one you've already started.
Right. And I remember like I had a teacher at school, like I'm an accounting major.
That's
so,
already
like,
that's already a bad start to a sentence.
what? Teacher at school?
Yeah, I remember when I had a teacher at school. I can't wait to hear the rest of this thing. Go ahead.
You're gonna love this. So like I'm literally like walking down the hall one day and I was like, she's like, what do you want to do for a career or whatever? I was like, I think I want to end up coaching basketball. And she's like, well, that could be a hobby, but that's not really a job.
Yeah, I'd
I wanted
punch her in her
to-
fucking face.
I was like, Penny Hardaway is on this campus right now. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, this is multi-million-dollar industry.
By the way, if it was a $48,000 industry, you'd be happy.
Exactly.
Which, oh, by the
Yep.
way, is how much she's getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. Like I literally wrote down last night when I was looking through like questions. You post on LinkedIn the other day. It's not how much money you make, but rather how you make your money. Like, bro,
100%.
that's it. Like,
And even more importantly than that, I appreciate that's more about like don't be a scam artist. To me, the bigger one is if we have to redefine success equals happiness, not money.
yeah, exactly.
Like if that teacher, who I'm sure is lovely, if she thought success meant happiness, not money, she would have been proud of you when you said, I want to coach basketball.
Yeah.
Because coaching
put out-
basketball, as somebody who wants to coach basketball, sounds like a lot of happiness to me.
Heck yeah. I put out a post on LinkedIn and I was like, I got a bunch of like colleagues at school and stuff. And I was like, if every job paid the same amount, what would you be? And I had a buddy of mine post like, I'd be the ball boy for my favorite professional soccer team. Like that is happiness. Like that's doing what you
I think a lot about that. I think a lot about being the ball boy for your favorite soccer team, making $41,000 a year, $29,000 a year, and then subsidizing it with side hustles that you like. And like, I just wish people knew that there's as many people making $52,000 a year happy as there are making 15 million. There just is. It's, you know,
Making
we just
traction.
we have to, once we redefine success, starting in a capitalist country like America, but many other places in the world, if we can figure it out as a collective, 8 billion people to make that happy, not money, the world would be in a 400 trillion time better place.
Well, I think you're starting that. I think like, as a 20-year-old male, like you're doing that. So, all right,
So
last
ta-
thing.
Yeah.
Well, you finish and I'll ask you.
I think you have your career of flipping in front of you. I think the basketball one is you've already learned how to do it. You DM coaches, and Eric Spoelstra coaches the Heat. He, reached out cold to do videotape for Pat Riley, and away he went.
Yeah. Who makes the playoffs first, Knicks or Jets?
Jets.
Jets?
And it won't be next year, but that's how worried I am about the Knicks.
Bro, I wanted y'all to take Antonio Gibson so bad.
Yeah, I thought there was
I thought
a chance. I thought
Yeah.
there was a chance.
For sure.
Anyway,
I appreciate it.
thank you, brother. Take care.
Thank-
Talk to you soon. You can be really happy if you know how to manage your money at $50K a year. If you don't spend $70,000 a year, you're set. Or, yep. Let's keep this going. Sean,
Hey, Gary. How are you?
I'm quite well. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for everything, like everybody says.
Thank you.
I will jump right into it like everybody else. I'm a leader in the restaurant industry.
Okay.
Right now, it's obviously a little harder.
Yep.
I've always been able to do what I love, whether it's this or professionally dancing before this.
Good for you.
But it's getting harder and harder to do that. And even before this pandemic, the restaurant industry was, I think, in a little trouble because costs are increasing and people's perception of what food costs wasn't adjusting accordingly.
That's because most people don't build brand, which allows them to charge more. Most restaurants are transactional, based on location, based on just history. I couldn't agree with you more, but I don't think that's the issue of the world and customer expectation. I think that's the issue of restaurateurs who are not adjusting to the reality of the marketplace. I really
Gotcha.
mean
And
that.
I guess a lot of restaurateurs are kind of stuck in their ways, but now that we kind of have a restart, what do you think are the business models and or ideas somebody should be pursuing?
I think restaurants need to realize they're omni-channel, aka catering, delivery, and the restaurant itself, and maybe even in the CPG business, consumer product goods, taking their number. If I'm a restaurant right now, I'm inventing an incredible peanut butter dessert with my dessert chef, and then I'm starting a peanut butter brand on the back of it, like literally the peanut butter explosion, you know, and then in the line items of the description on the menu, it's like, you know, Jets peanut butter is the peanut butter we use. And then I'm packaging Jets peanut butter and literally selling it for $19 a jar on Amazon and jetspeanutbutter.com. I'm fucking being an entrepreneur. Everyone's fucking, this is, Sean, this, I think you can see you hit a button because, and let me tell you where the energy is coming from. I have a lot of friends in the restaurant business, and they keep crying. And I keep telling them they have to fucking innovate. Like, you know who else cried? BlackBerry. Problem. The iPhone came. Nobody fucking cried for BlackBerry, right? You know who else cried? Kmart, JCPenney's, and Sears. They were the leaders. Nobody cried for them because Walmart and Amazon came along. I'm not going to cry for a restaurant who hasn't done dick shit in evolving their business for 11 years and just relies on people showing up to their fucking front door. I'm not going to cry for them. Get a charismatic bartender. Fucking change the menu. Fucking start marketing on fucking Instagram. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. Because once you build a brand, all of a sudden your chicken marsala can be fucking $28 instead of $22, which fucking saves you on the cost of the rising fucking marsala. I'm not going to cry. I'm not.
No, I completely agree.
No, but I'm passionate about this one.
No.
Everyone's fucking crying. Well, guess what? Like, fuck. Like, so many of my friends are like, I'm like, we have friends that are fucking killing it because they fucking actually believed in Postmates and Uber Eats, and you were a fucking ideological fucking lazy fuck because it was working. Fuck you. You lost. Like, that's just, you have to understand, that's raw, but that's the truth of business. Like, that's just the game.
Yep.
Like, that's the reality. The market is the market is the market. If you think a customer is supposed to cry that your fucking broccoli costs are up, they don't give a fuck.
So when you're talking to your friends, do you ever think of if you just did this, like almost a new, like a tactic outside of the traditional delivery curbside pickup? Is there something that you're like, this concept could work?
Yes,
outside of even
the one I just told you about, the peanut butter.
Gotcha.
If you're a restaurant, serve your own butter and start a butter brand and sell it on Amazon. If you're a restaurant, serve your own salt and pepper, name it, brand it instead of basic salt and pepper, and fucking do something. Like when you go to the fanciest restaurants, you know how they play at the fucking 5-star level. They're like, the butter is brought to us by cows from fucking Vermont, and the cow's name is Don. And it's like a whole fucking show. That's how they fucking charge you $1,000 a meal instead of $28 a meal.
Gotcha.
Brand.
And then brands sometimes depend on uniqueness. When you're doing brand, especially on social media for restaurants, same tactics as an individual, probably.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, it's all storytelling. How the fuck can we compel you to get excited? And a lot of times that's the personality of the chef or the bartender or the hostess or the owner, you know, like, or it's the unique way, you know, like what always fucking gets me? Always. The people that have burgers and they talk about the grill, how they've never cleaned it in 29 years. So all the fucking shit's on it. I'm like, man, I'm going to fucking go next time I'm in Virginia. I'm going to fucking, before I go to that meeting, I'm going to go to that place because I got to fucking taste what's on the fucking grill.
Yeah.
You know, like it's storytelling. This is all storytelling. Like convince people why they need to go to your place. 90% of restaurants just like fucking focus on fucking location.
Yeah.
I'm here. Like as if like being in business for 20 years is the reason you should be doing well. Literally one of my friends like, Gary, I've been here for 22 years. I'm like, and? Who gives a fuck that you've been there for 22 years?
Yeah.
I'm a local institution. To who?
So it's still a good time to enter the restaurant industry if you're willing to do things.
Best. You ready for this? Here's why. Post-COVID, people not paying rent, everything got fucked up. Rent's going to be down. Yeah. There's never a bad time to start a good business.
Awesome.
The problem is people are starting to realize they were sitting on bad businesses because the first 6 years they poured their heart and soul into it, but now it's cruising and they're in passive income mode because their management works, their location works. Well, guess what? No such thing as passive in business because there's always a tornado waiting to hit you. This time it was fucking COVID.
And I'm actually in Tennessee, so we got hit by a tornado and then COVID. So I think there is tons of and massive amounts of opportunity right now. So I just want to make sure we
Christ.
are grasping it. You know?
Yeah, I agree, Sean. Like, first of all, that's crazy. When that shit happens, when I make up analogies and the person's like, yeah, that shit just fucks with me. Anyway, listen, brother, it's hard, but it's supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
People need to know what they're signing up for when they start a business.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing. It got really glamorized the last decade because entrepreneurship got cool. Because fucking Justin Timberlake played Sean Parker and like delivered a really cool line in a movie that everybody watched, and it fucking exploded, right? And then the internet came and characters like me popped up, but they didn't see what we did for 15 years. They don't see what we're doing at night. They don't see me last night at 11 p.m. going through emails, worrying about a fucking pitch today, and like it's work.
And that's the key. Is like restaurateurs are known for doing 14, 18-hour days, 6-7 days a week, which is a normal thing. Like it's just normal.
Yeah, that's the normal.
But
Listen,
it's where you put your time now versus what they're used to putting their time, right? Do you hire people to do those tasks that have been known for the past 15 years, and then we can focus on these new tactics? That's where
so many restaurants thought pouring another $50,000 into renovating their fucking bar was what they needed to do when they needed to hire somebody to do social media every day. It's about decisions, bro. It's about decisions.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You got it, brother. Great conversation. Thank you for spurring it.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was good. It was super interesting shit. I hope that helps a lot of people because it's real. Like, this is a fucking raw game. Like, this is not for the faint-hearted. Like, owning a business is like parenting a child. It's forever. It's not when your kids go off to school and it's over. It's fucking forever. Parenting a child goes until you fucking die. Every day you'll worry. You ever see those 90-year-olds that are like hanging out with their 70-year-old son and still telling them to tuck in their shirt? That shit's forever. Fucking forever. And that's a business. Let's keep it going.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Drew B.
How's it going?
Well.
Excellent. Well, I want to start by thanking you, and this will lead right into my question, too. I found you about 6 months ago. I co-own an all-natural skincare company. All-natural, eco-friendly, all that stuff. And thanks to you, we got on TikTok. And about a week ago, I had this 10-second video I got all self-conscious about. I was about to delete it, decided to post it anyway, and it went crazy. We sold out of everything except for one of our products, doubled our followers. It's just TikTok's nuts. So
I've heard.
Yeah. So I just want to thank you for that. So
True, that you can't imagine. Say that one more time for everybody in the back because it's super important. Not the part of the piece going viral, the point of you actually driving business results.
Yeah, it's crazy. It goes as long as you don't get inside your own head, you just keep pushing stuff out there. Don't worry about looking stupid because I came this close to deleting that clip right before I uploaded it.
And how much worth of stuff did you sell?
In like
Roughly.
2 days, it was like $2,000, which is a lot for us.
It's a lot. It's a lot for anybody.
Yeah.
Good for you. Congratulations. Keep it going.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So that leads right into my question, which is, you say to find what works best for you, whether it's, typing, audio, video. What works best for me is video, I found out, especially quick, goofy clips where I'm acting silly while giving out information. But you also say, try to get on as many platforms as possible and alter what you're doing depending on the platform. But what works for me, it almost seems like it's tailor-made for TikTok and it doesn't do quite as well for Instagram and Facebook. You think I should just share
I think if somebody finds a place that's just fucking made for them, I still believe you put 70% of your energy there and you still put 30% of your energy in the other places because people become one-dimensional and and then eventually it teeters out. What's your TikTok handle, by the way? Because I want to make sure everybody gets to follow you.
My TikTok handle, Naked Ape Brand.
What was that?
It's Naked Ape Brand.
Naked Ape, like an ape that's naked.
Yes, like humans, Naked Ape.
So like Bape, like Bape, my favorite brand, streetwear brand. I love that. Naked Ape, good. Okay.
Okay, well that's pretty much my first.
I love it.
Questions.
I love it. That 70% on TikTok right now. How many times a day are you posting on TikTok? Once every couple days or what?
I aim for like 4 or 5 a day. It depends on the
That's
day. but
great.
yeah, so
That's great.
awesome. What we're trying
And
to
how
do,
many posts did you post before that one went bananas?
that's the thing. Well, first, our 4th post went viral, almost 1 million views. We got sales from that too. Not quite as many because it wasn't about the business as much. It was just a general goofy thing. But to get this one, we only posted probably 50 times. I've only been on there for like 2 months, and halfway through I teetered out. So it's incredible how quick it happened. And that's the other thing I want to talk to you about too. I mean, everything you just said makes perfect sense about the 70% versus 30%. But at the same time, it's hard to find motivation for these other platforms when you post something on TikTok and it just goes. You know what I mean?
Listen, people love instant gratification. Why do you think
Right.
and it goes and it works? Why do you think I've been yelling for a fucking year to get all these
Right.
fuckers on there?
Right.
Wait, can we not? People are saying they can't find your TikTok. Did we get the right, Dustin? Did we get the right thing?
I saw when it came up. For some reason, some people have trouble finding it. Naked apron. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why it happens, but you search for it and TikTok hides it from people.
Okay, got to figure that out.
Very-
Listen, brother, keep going. 70%. Don't get discouraged with 4 views on Instagram while you're getting 1 million on TikTok, because
Okay.
you want to diversify, and you never know when a platform disappears. Vine's not here anymore, and some of the
Right.
Vine kids like King Batch, and others were smart and went on Instagram and Snap and now TikTok. Others just were one-dimensional, didn't want to leave Vine as it was declining and got hurt. You always have to hedge the platform that's working for you the best.
Yeah, just be prepared. And then real quick, podcast, Twitter, LinkedIn for direct consumer, all natural skincare company. You think those are as
Especially,
important?
yes, I do. Podcasts especially could be a monster.
Okay, just need to find something I can talk
True,
about.
true. The skincare product is the commodity. No matter how good your fucking product is, I promise you on my life, it's the commodity. The marketing plan is the variable.
Right. Okay.
Go ham.
All right.
All right. See ya.
Okay. I
Talk to you.
appreciate it, Gary.
You got it. Bye-bye. Let's keep this going. Vine is forever. I love that, Adam. Vine is forever. Vine is forever because the nuances of Vine are still, so important. So much of what works on TikTok is Vine culture. So Vine is forever, so many of the things I learned on MySpace or Social Cam or Daily Booth are the things that are foundational to how I do content. Vidler, Ustream. This is Ustream. I just did this. What I'm doing right now is Ustream. I used to do this on Ustream in 2009 or 10. So, all right, let's keep going.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, real quick, I just want to thank you, for being on here. And so my question for you kind of comes back because I was listening to a podcast of yours a couple days ago, and I think it was called How to Not Give a Fuck What People Think About You. And in that podcast, you were asked how to develop self-awareness. So I'm going to ask you that same question again today. How do you think that you would go about developing self-awareness?
I've thought about this a lot. What's your name, by the way, my friend?
Joshua.
So self-awareness is a real tricky one because if you really have it, it leads to a lot of good. And I think a lot of people don't have it. And I've been thinking about this for a long time. I don't have a tremendous answer, but I do have my best answer that I've gotten feedback has worked for some. I think the best thing one can do when they're worried about self-awareness is spend a couple of weeks to a month taking the 4 to 7 people that they spend the most time with, whether they're close friends, coworkers, or family members, and spending a month basically telling them, listen, I'm genuinely worried about my own self-awareness. And I want to give you a full month of this. I'm going to ask you every day, but in a month, I want to sit down and I want you to tell me what you think I'm good at and what I'm bad at. And I'm telling you, mom, dad, uncle, brother, best friend, coworker, sweet mate, college roommate, I'm telling you, don't be mean, but tell me the truth. And I won't be upset because you're doing me a huge favor. What have you been thinking about me that you've never said? Am I full of shit? Am I lazy? Am I delusional? Am I rude? Am I condescending? Straight up, tell me the truth. I think a 1 month setup, and I mean a month, I mean it, where you get, because nobody's gonna be comfortable telling, like, some people are too mean and they just want to fucking be mean. Some people are too nice and want to hold it back. I struggle with candor, for example. But if you spend a whole month getting 7 to 12 people that you spend the most time with in this place and then have this intervention and you get them to feel safe to tell you the truth, I think you might get very clean data, which then you can, what usually happens, and I've had some people reach out to me, what usually happens is nobody tells you something that you didn't know. They just tell you something that you wish they didn't know. And once you realize everyone actually knows, you start becoming more real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So I've done many years of developing myself, my own self-awareness. I really believe that it's closely developed with a person's ability to dream of, success in what they want to do. If someone does not have a lot of self-awareness, they might not be as ambitious or.
That's funny. It's funny you say that, Joshua. I would argue with you that the people that I feel struggle with the most self-awareness actually are delusional about success. It's funny you took that route. I've experienced a little bit of the opposite. I think that there are so many people that sit in their couch and play 2K all day and smoke weed and talk about being a billionaire when they're not doing shit. They're so delusional about their ambitions and goals that their actions aren't even remotely close to what the fuck is coming out of their mouth, and their self-awareness is laughable.
Okay, I definitely see where you're coming from on that. I guess what I was trying to say is people that are actually taking those steps towards success and, they're actually on the proper route, they have to, that self-awareness is either developed through that or they have to previously have had that self-awareness.
I see. I agree with both of those. I think what's really cool about business or ambition and going through a process is sports, music, a lot of things. If you're fair, the market will tell you. When you think you're going to be a basketball player and you're going through it and you're terrible, to your point, that self-awareness is being taught because you're seeing the actual results. At the same token, conviction matters because a lot of times it's just a micro loss, but people take it as a macro loss and they give up instead of persevering.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for being on, John.
Yeah, of course. Is it all right if I give a shout out real quick about, a little bit about what I do?
Sure.
So I run a Discord server right now, and I mentor people how to trade on the stock market, actually. And that's kind of what Simply Trading is on my screen. And we have motivational stuff every day where we go in, just have a phone call, and we talk about, people's success, their failures, and what they can do to kind of, better succeed every day. So. And
is the Discord that right there, Simply Trading?
Yeah, that's my Discord. It's also our YouTube and our Instagram channel that go along with that. So.
Good luck.
Awesome. Thank you. You have a good one.
You too. Dustin with the early hook. Dustin, you don't like the right hooks?
No, I was trying to mute because when you're talking, the feedback's real bad. I hit the wrong button.
No worries. All right, let's keep it going. Big shout out to Jennifer Dalton. Hey, Karina.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for taking my call. And huge thank you to Zane and Dustin and everybody doing this. They are doing so awesome, and I super, super appreciate them.
Thank you.
So here's my question. I'm a mom. Of course, my daughter's wonderful because she's my kid. But realistically, she's a 13-year-old girl. She goes to public school, does karate, loves TikTok because she's a 13-year-old girl.
Yes.
I'm a huge believer in that whole tasting experience things. Don't want to just rely on the school system. They have their own struggles. So each year we've tried to find something that's like kind of glamorous, but do the dirty work of it. So a few years ago, she published a book. The next year, her and her godmother turned it into a movie. So she got the back screen grid of filming over and over. Last year, she wanted to do public speaking. So she emailed a bunch of principals and spoke in 60 some classrooms.
Wow.
So doing but the grit of it,
yes, the process.
Yeah, the process. So now we're in quarantine, and I know there's some sort of cool experience for her to taste. I just can't figure out what's the best.
What about hosting virtual Zooms around topics and being the conductor and the orchestrator of it?
That's a great idea.
Well, that's why
That
you
is
keep, that's
super
why you
great.
keep well that's why you keep me around. You think I'm here for my looks? I mean, of course, that's a great idea. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But I think it's a really good idea. I think the challenge of finding a subject matter, the challenge of finding people to come and join it, and then the challenge of managing 25 people on a Zoom call. It's an incredible producer skill that I think could really, really be valuable for her and could be really fun and could really extend her network.
That's a really, really good idea. What area do you think would be the best, like,
I think she
subject
should
area?
pick either one that is her learning about it. So she's kind of like the naive rookie with a bunch of people that do know about it, or something she feels confident about. I mean, if she did a TikTok, kind of group and like was educating people on what's really happening in the trenches, you'd probably find a lot of small businesses and entrepreneurs and others either in their 20s, 30s, 40s that would probably want to join that and listen.
Oh, I think you just fired a 13-year-old up on that.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
Good
Okay,
luck.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Karina. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, let's keep it going.
All right, Facebook, TikTok. Oh, Gary,
Awesome. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's good with you, man?
Things are good. Whoa. Oh, you're back.
Super grateful again. Thank you so much for taking time to do this. You have no idea how much this means to us. So a little bit of context to kind of get into it. So I'm from Calgary, Canada. Was supposed to come see you in Edmonton, which, by the way, I saw perhaps September. Yes.
Yep. I did not want, I mean, I was so fired up about the Edmonton talk because I've never given a big keynote there. And so I am fighting super hard for it. So hopefully September. Yes.
Awesome. So a little bit of context here. So I work in the news media, and say what you will about the media, but I've been doing that for about a decade. And so my portfolio is I manage our digital websites right across Canada. So we're talking Montreal, Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver. So daily, there's a lot of content that comes out daily. About a year and a half ago, I started a fitness business because, I was inspired. I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit. When I was a kid, when I was 12 years old, I started a paper route just because I wanted to play Pokemon Blue. Like that was my thing on the Game Boy, right? So I've always had that spirit, and I kind of pulled the trigger early 2019, been doing it for about a year. And it's been really successful. So what I ended up doing was a lot of my content creation, and I'm everywhere: LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. I have my own blog. I started a podcast. I've got it all. And what I would do is I'd commute into work, and the commute is about 45 minutes one way. And I would do a lot of my work on the train, right? So while everybody else is, searching the news, and I was working on my business right there on the phone. And it's amazing how much success I had out of that. Well, then COVID hit. And with COVID, my entire days at work have shifted. So I'm working 10, 12, 13-hour days sometimes, dealing with the news that I'm just not finding the energy to keep up, right? Like I'm doing client services. That's first and foremost. I'm taking care of my clients. I'm calling in. I'm checking up on them. I'm making sure that everything is really, really good with the people that I'm working with. But outside of that, how do I find the energy to continue when I'm just so burnt out?
Are you able to not go 10 and 13? Are you able to like carve out an hour for lunch or dinner or breakfast, or are you able to?
I'd love to say yes. The problem is though, is I'm the manager of the department and I'm a team of two. So our news agency is very small in consideration, compared, we're no, big game play. Yeah, we're no big game players. So it kind of all falls on my shoulders. And
it was falling on your shoulders before, but the rules of coming into the office enabled you to have time. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
talk to me about sleeping.
So it's funny that you say that. The day that everything kind of went south, when the NBA canceled their season, we had our second child. So we're dealing with.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We have newborn life right now too. So sleep is kind of.
Yeah. So here's what I would say. I would say that you're overjudging yourself in a tiny, tiny, tiny micro moment, Justin. I don't think you have to find the motivation in the time where COVID and a second child hit at the same exact day. I don't think you have to. I don't think you have, like, people feel like you have to be on point always in perpetuity. There's nothing wrong with you being off and not motivated on your side hustle, you know, for 4.5 months.
Yeah.
Nothing will change.
Yeah.
I think you should stop judging yourself.
Yeah. But how do I, like, the thing is I enjoy creating content. That's the part I love.
But you're tired right now.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching the Jets. They're not playing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're just not in that place right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you won't be in that place on September 18th.
Yeah. I just feel that there's so much opportunity. You know, there's so much opportunity. And
wasting 4.5 months isn't going to mean shit. All these things that I talk about, there's polar opposite pulls, and they're both okay. Here's what I mean by that. Wasting 4.5 months isn't going to mean shit. Just blew the mind of a lot of people watching here because they're like, no, you talk about going at it. I'm like, yes, I do. Yes, there's an unlimited amount of opportunity every second.
Mm-hmm. At
the same token, in the balance of actual life, it's also super okay to not do dick shit for 4.5 months.
Yeah.
Especially when it's under this circumstance.
Yeah.
You have to manage virtually during a pandemic that happens once every 100 years at the same moment that you had a second child.
Yeah.
You know, not doing dick shit for 4.5 months when your parents are paying for your lifestyle and you're fucking sitting and fucking doing shit. That's not exciting.
Yeah.
You specifically right now, like, take a breath and just like fucking enjoy having a second child and like take care of your business and like just don't worry. Like, I understand it brings you happiness. You know, by the way, this is not a joke. Garage sailing in the spring and summer really helps me. It's like an escape for all my stress. I don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay.
Yeah. And I'm not completely, like, I'm not doing dick shit. I mean, then
even better. Then you're just over judging yourself.
Yeah.
You're being impatient and judgmental against your own self.
Yeah. I mean, I always grew up
for no reason.
I mean, I always grew up that way, and I just, I feel like I'm an overachiever, and
yeah, but you need to build a real relationship between ambition and love for your own self.
So should I carve out more time to practice that or more time to create content?
It doesn't matter. You should focus on not beating yourself up.
Yeah. And I mean, my wife, she's this real superstar right now, but you know, she's doing what she can, but I'm in crisis mode at work. And sometimes the baby's crying and I got to get up and I got to, like, with the news cycle, it's nonstop. It's nonstop.
Listen, you know what else was nonstop? World War II and Hurricane Katrina and the Black Plague. Like, yeah. You know, life.
Yeah. So just pause, stop judging myself, and just wait for it to pass.
100%. Because I don't know if you heard, it's going to. COVID won't be here forever.
Yeah.
And your second baby won't be 3 weeks old forever.
Yeah.
This is the fun time where you have to eat shit. You have to glamorize the crap. Like, you know what I do when it's crap? I think about 9 years from now talking about the crap and being grateful for the non-crap. It's as if people only want it to be good all the time.
Yeah.
Like as if people are so entitled. Like, what, we were all us humans watching right now, we were supposed to be part of the generation that just lived 100 years of all prosperity and good. It's not how the fucking world works.
Yeah.
Some people were living nice and calm, and then Genghis Khan came to their town and killed them. Like, I don't understand. Like, people are confused. Do you know how many people's lives were saved because of COVID? My dear friend Nipsey Hussle died a year ago during COVID. If COVID happened a year ago, he wouldn't have been out. He would have been in his home. He'd be alive. He probably would have lived for another 60 years. Kobe Bryant wouldn't have been on that fucking plane if COVID started just a month earlier. Like, perspective, man. Like, yes, there's a lot of bad. There's also a lot of good. And for you, just listening and getting your vibe, like, fuck this, man. Like, enjoy the shit eating. Enjoy like, sometimes you got to grab the baby, hold the baby, and be on your computer at 1:13 in the morning and look at the fucking reflection of the computer and just smile at yourself that you were fucking built for this shit too.
That's real, man.
I don't know why people just smile when they're on a beach with a fucking pina colada. Sometimes you gotta fucking smile at your face when the baby just took a shit and it's 1:12 in the morning and the person you're managing isn't fucking showing up. You just gotta look at the fucking computer screen, see your face, and just smile at yourself like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Let's
go. And man, I'm live streaming right now on my own pages because you know, I don't have to, but you know what I mean? Let's get some content. Let's grow. Let's make sure that we're doing what we can because I don't want to quit. This is my passion. This is my side hustle.
Of course you're not going to quit. You're not quitting. You're adjusting to the reality of the situation for a micro moment in the scheme of your 100 years of life.
Yeah.
People struggle with perspective. It's just the one thing I was gifted with and I fucking adore it. And it's very easy for me to articulate it. And this little 3 minutes is really easy. Like sometimes you just got to smile at shit. You know, there's that scene in the movies where the tough guy gets punched in the face, like gets punched and the blood comes out. And then the next moment comes back and he just smiles at you. That's me when shit's bad. I like it. And I want more people to like it because it's part of the equation. It's part of the game. And I think people need to start enjoying the dirt more.
Yeah. Bro, can I grab a picture?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gary.
Take care.
See ya.
Stay well. Whew, that was a little bit of a moment. Dustin, let's make sure the team clips that. That needs to get on the gram.
Got it.
Jess, how are you?
Hi. Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
So my question is pretty much I've been struggling with trying to stay true to myself. I make videos on YouTube and I've been doing this for about 3 years or so. I started off doing natural hair. Honestly, I was just always a creative person, but I just decided to try to do creative stuff to my hair just because I was in that journey at that time in my life. And as I got older, I kind of realized that I really just want to inspire other girls to love themselves naturally, like promote natural beauty. Because I mean, I know when I first started, I could not get on like the computer I couldn't go on video without makeup. I couldn't walk out the house. I had to everything was just perfect. And I just cared about how I looked. But as I got older, I was like, that stuff doesn't really matter. But now it's like, now that I'm transitioning into natural beauty and love yourself, I feel like the audience that I already built, they want the natural hair glam girl. And
you've got to adjust. You got to leave them behind. I live this, Jess. Do you know how, I mean, my first year of doing business content and not wine content, my audience was on tilt. And they and a lot of them, and 90% of them left.
Yeah.
Just like you have the self-esteem, and I'm so proud of you to not give a fuck about quote unquote looking perfect. You now have to not give a fuck about losing viewers and subscribers. That's your next step.
Yeah, and that's true. And then also I try to promote, this is like, I mean, the natural hair community is pretty much, you know, girls who rock their natural hair. And I used to not like follow anyone else because I'm very competitive and I can't get into the state where I'm like trying to compare myself, but I feel like I'm closed off into the community. So I've tried to go out and follow other girls and everything like that. But then I find myself like, okay, well, they get a lot of views because they're doing, and then they're keeping on trend and they're showing the makeup. And then I'm like overthinking myself.
You've got to get jealousy and envy out of your body. You got to practice. Their success and happiness has nothing to do with you. The world is abundant, Jess. They're not stealing your views.
Yeah.
Darling, listen to me. The world is abundant. Nobody's stealing your views. I know so many people that are competitive with other influencers and content makers. It's destroying them. As if somebody else's success has anything to do with you. It's a very ugly trait. Envy and jealousy is a fucking poison. It's poison. You should be happy for them.
Yeah.
You got to learn this. I'm telling you right now, you don't train this one, you don't tweak this one, you're going to be in a bad place forever. Tearing down somebody else's building to make your building feel big is loser shit.
And I do care about, I mean, I want others to be successful. It's just hard trying to rebrand myself when I see,
you know where this is going. Yeah, you're not, you're not going to win this game because you already know you're too I can feel your smartness on this because you've already, look, you have the luxury of being naturally beautiful, so it's been easy to go natural, but like, listen to me. You have to go back to 0 followers in your mind. That's what I did.
Yeah.
You have to go back to 0. And I'm telling you right now, you will pick up a bigger audience of being your true self than trying to hold on to just hack the algorithm or the fan base for another view. You're not that girl anymore.
Yeah, and that's so
and by the
true.
way, this is a big deal just because this is about to happen to everybody because kids are about to get more famous more often earlier because of TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, but then they're going to go through life and they're not going to be the same person.
And that's true. I even told myself, I'm like, I wish I could just start from 0 because I feel like all of my subscribers are not even like what is the point? I'm not even. Yeah, in my head, yes, you're right. And I have one more question. So the reason why I'm on here is because actually my boyfriend helped me find you. It was because of him, and I feel like, anyways, I just wanted. Could I ask a question for him?
Of course.
Is that possible? Well, he wants to. I've been trying to tell him about getting on social media as well. He's so anti it. He does not. He's a Scorpio. I don't know if that, but he doesn't like being in front. He just hates a Scorpio. I don't know.
You know who else is a Scorpio?
You, I know. I know.
There goes that fucking theory.
I know. But anyways, he loves cars, like just being in his car driving. He loves the car culture. And I've said, like, start your own YouTube channel, but he doesn't know, like, how do you start a YouTube channel?
I would tell him, how old is he?
He's 24.
You have to get him on TikTok.
TikTok.
Let me tell you why. It will work there. He'll get feedback quickly. Oh, is he in the building?
Yeah, he's right here.
Get over here. What's his name?
Okay, Blake.
What's up,
going
bro?
on, Gary?
What's good, bro?
What's going on?
Thanks for putting me on.
Oh, of course, thank
Blake,
you.
Listen,
thank you for
bro.
all your content.
Of course, bro. TikTok, bro. Listen, she's right. You can always stop it. This is just all about, it's all just about self-confidence, self-awareness. Like, it's really just not giving a fuck what people think. Not yourself, not your homies. Once you go there, like, I promise what's going on TikTok right now, especially youth culture around kind of like Grand Theft Auto, like speed cars, like all that shit. Like, there's some real and it's real opportunity. You make one video that fucking pops off. Now you got fucking Maserati DMing you saying, yo, you want to drive? Like, shit that you dream of can happen by you making, you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
It's not about you have to become the biggest or make $1 million. It's about you might be able to fucking test drive a car that's not in the market because all the brands are about to get really focused on TikTok. And if you're that guy, you're going to have a life experience that you'd be dreaming of. And it just costs making 8 TikTok videos.
Okay.
And I can vouch for that because of you. I went on TikTok and I see the results already.
And Jess, that's a platform where you don't have to work. That is a platform you're starting at 0. So go ham on what you want to be talking about.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a great day.
Yeah,
See ya. Nice meeting you. I don't know what happened over the weekend, but I'm fucking sharp as a fucking knife this morning. Stuff's coming out hot. Like, I don't know if you guys are feeling it. Dustin, I don't know if you're getting here. I don't know if you're feeling it, Dust, but I'm fucking wise as shit this morning.
When you first came into the stream today, I was a little like
worried
because you looked like you were kind of like
I was
not in a good mood.
I wasn't. I had a real, because most don't, like, I work and have real responsibilities, and I had an interesting, like, frustrating moment before I came on.
I could tell, and then but then
That's
why I like when you come on here. Like, you just feel so much better.
Yeah, dude. Once the lights go on, come on. All right, let's keep going. Let's get one more in.
Yep.
I did, Derek. I got real life stuff. Sawyer, what's good?
What's up, Gary? I'm super, super grateful for this opportunity, dude.
Appreciate it.
I'm a 20-year-old farmer / entrepreneur from Southeast Iowa, small town. I didn't go to college, and you were one of the biggest influences on that decision. And honestly, it's been the best decision I could have made for myself. I got super self-aware. I knew I wanted to be a farmer, and I also wanted to pursue entrepreneurship. And I knew, and having a farm and running a farm with your family is kind of a business in itself. So I always kind of knew that I want to have a business, but I also wanted to build something on my own, you know, and on the side and get money, make money from something else other than the farm to help grow the farm. So my biggest aspiration is to build a brand around my farm, which I'm doing right now, and launch a company off the back end of my audience. And that's my biggest dream. That's my biggest aspiration. My biggest struggle is not seeing the likes. You know, I don't care about the likes. I don't care about that.
You're patient. Yep.
The biggest thing I have, the biggest struggle I have is entrepreneurship, as you know, is a lonely road. And so is being in Southeast Iowa, as you know, or you don't know. You grew up in New York, but
no, but bro, it's funny. Bro, it's funny. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, where my parents live, like, we're like in farm cut, like, bro, I had a cow like in my high school years. Like my high school was 25 minutes away from where I live. Like I grew up mainly in Edison, where it was definitely like multicultural, like super like city vibe, like, you know, that kind of place, like a New York suburb. But then like my high school years were here in fucking like hunting season, fucking
That's
pigs.
dope.
I told my parents I never tell my pig shit story. Like my dad had pigs. I got a little farm in me, bro. So I got a little farm in me.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I get it. So it's lonely, right?
Yeah,
Lacking people.
And farming is lonely as well. You know, it's just me and my dad running this, and I just feel so isolated.
So let's do this. Let's create an entrepreneurial group for you right now. Do you have an Instagram account?
Yeah. I'm mostly active on my farm account. It's at This'll Do Farm on all platforms. TikTok,
what is that?
YouTube.
One more time.
At This'll Do Farm.
This will do farm.
This'll do, like this'll do, you know, like
this'll do.
Yep, this'll do.
Can you spell it? So is that
THIS? Here, let me just show you.
Is it like this will do, like as in babe?
Like
no,
this,
I say
like
take the W out. Just take the right. Take out the W. You're looking at it.
Yeah, take the W out in the I, and it's just This'll Do Farm.
Got it. No W, no I.
No W, no I.
Let's watch this.
Like a comma.
So watch this. Yep, I got you. But there's no comma in the handles, right? So it's
there's no comma in the
So is that it? Look at it.
Yep, that's it.
Good.
On all platforms.
Good. Let's see how many fucking followers you have on your Instagram right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send everybody to your Instagram that's an entrepreneur or that likes, you know?
Yep.
So right now bro, you're doing well.
I've been following you for years, man.
I can see it. I see the content. You've got, bro, you're doing a nice job.
Thank you very much.
7610, 7624, 7628.
I know that my audience is on YouTube. That's mostly where the farm community lives at. But I post a vlog every week on YouTube and then chop up my micro content, just like you say, post it on Instagram.
So
TikTok.
Sawyer, here's what's going to happen. You're starting to get a bunch of followers. I'm going to ask everybody who's following Sawyer and This'll Do Farm to leave a comment on his latest post. I'll do the same. It's a nice little photo. I like the photos. Are you taking those photos?
Yeah, I'm doing all the content myself.
Bro, you're doing a good job. I saw my man Rips Cards is in there. He's a young hustler that does card flipping.
Awesome.
Here's what I want. People are leaving comments right now. It's starting to already. A lot of people have followed already. You're up to 7,800.
Crazy.
I want everybody to leave a comment and say, basically leave a comment and say, you know, I'll join the community. I'll join the community. I think you need to start a Facebook group.
Okay.
Or like some other closed community. I think Facebook groups is a great infrastructure for this. Or DM everybody who leaves a comment to a URL, and you should start a Zoom or a Google Hangout thing. Bro, there's so many people. First of all, your content's so good that I think you can help a lot of people that are on here right now. So you can be shooting the shit there, this and that. Like, I think there's something really good, bro.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
it. This is really well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, that means
it's so well done. I'm adding your one picture of you being crazy with the pigs in my stories.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, bro.
Hey, tell Caleb, his homie from Iowa, got to go on a Zoom call with you.
My Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb.
That's your guy?
Yeah, that's my guy.
8,000 now. We're growing here, baby.
Crazy. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Like,
Sorry, listen.
Go
You're getting
ahead.
a ton of people. You're getting a ton of people that are leaving comments. Here's Lottery of Life, who said, bro, I used to be a farmhand on a 300-acre farm. Caleb just said this is hilarious, so he's fired up.
Awesome.
Bro, you're getting a ton of you've got 300 comments on this latest post.
Crazy. Oh my God.
So
thank you so much.
So what's interesting though is like these people want to be your friend.
Right.
So these people will become your virtual friends. Like
Mhm.
if you basically ask everybody right now, if you reply to everybody and say, can you reply with your email? As a matter of fact, everybody start replying with your email. If they reply with their email, you put it into an email list and then you email them out a Google Hangout link every night. And just like, oh, let's all shoot the shit for 35, 40 minutes. A bunch of people are about to become friends.
Exactly. Yeah, that's awesome. I never even thought about doing that really.
Yeah, bro, you could be living in a virtual city.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. And everybody's got a great mindset. So yeah, that's awesome.
Definitely in this community. It's the right
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah,
So I'm going to hang
sure.
up and you need to go start replying to all. Let's see how many. You had 294. Now you have comments. Now you have on your latest post, you're up to 400 comments.
Oh my God.
And these are people that are like just trying to like, people are just leaving their email already. Matt at
Mhm.
Ritter Time. Like people are just like, like just want to
That's
be
nuts.
fucking,
That's nuts. Hey, can I ask you one last thing?
Yes.
Real quick. When do you think is a good time to launch a company off the back end of your audience? I know you preach trust.
Well, what do you want to
trust
sell?
Your audience.
What do you want to sell?
Well, I was thinking maybe a direct-to-consumer Iowa pork box because we produce a lot of pigs. Or, I want to go different. I think a bunch of people just do a lot of clothing companies off the back end of the audiences. I
want pork.
I was thinking of doing like a this will do tool company, doing a tool company, something totally different.
I think the pork thing is super smart.
Yeah.
And I think what I've been seeing in the box or month space is the ability to, is the ability to do it quarterly.
Okay.
Okay. If you created it called Pork of the Season and you do it like in January, April, August, November.
Yep.
I think you've got one customer here right now.
Crazy. Do you think that I should continue to put out obviously put out content, but do you think I should continue to build that trust? Or do you think wait a couple years?
You know what's
build
funny?
Trust?
Food is a good one because like obviously a lot of people don't eat pork because their diets, but people that do, like it's kind of like wine text, right? Like the reason I get so pissed, and when in a year when you turn 21, you better fucking sign up, bro.
I will. Don't you worry.
Because for me, it's like if you're bringing people value, if they're going to the store and buying pork, why wouldn't they buy it from you? It's kind of how I feel about wine text, right? I get so pissed because I'm like, I'm not even asking for myself, I'm asking for my dad. I'm like, first of all, when it's great, and I'm sure like fresh from farm pork, like direct,
Iowa pork, yeah.
bro. Like I want that fucking Iowa pork.
That would be my selling point is, Iowa pork is supposed to be the best in the world. And because we're the #1 leading pork producing, state. So,
bro, I'm about that Iowa pork. I would sign up for a subscription to get some fucking pork, once a quarter. Is pork different in different times of year? Like, is there like a way to make it like unique that like in January they're a little fatter, in August it's a little leaner?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really, but
I'm trying to think about what you can add. Like if you can add like a vegetable to it or a recipe or work, there's a lot you can do.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I was thinking about maybe people being able to customize their box and put whatever they kind of cuts they want in their box.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
yes,
if you want pork loin or you want more
I think I would push you to have less customization and more scale. So like 1 month is pork, like 1 quarter. I think 4 times a year, pork loin. I don't fucking know shit. Like I just want to eat snout. Like can you save some snouts for me, bro? I eat snout. Yeah, dude, the snout's delicious.
I can make that happen.
Yeah, I'm about the snout. So anyway, I gotta run. I'm already late for my thing, but I'm having fun.
Hey,
talk to you soon. You got it, brother.
Sure,
Talk to you. See ya. All right, we're out of here. Make it very simple. If you don't do it now, I'm just kind of finished. Winetext.com, sign up, all in challenge. Please go buy a $10 raffle ticket to my experience, which is remarkable. I'm going to send you off with it right now. And thank you everybody who was watching. And most of all, please go to Twitter right now and hit me up at Gary VEE, just like every channel, and just give me a sense of tell me that you just signed up for Winetext. Tell me what you thought the best part of today's show was. And by the way, see a lot of you in the comments. How do you get on this show? Very easily, 212-931-57 31. 212-931-5731. Text me your question. Use hashtag Tea with Gary V. We will see you tomorrow. I am giving away the ultimate Gary V experience. How should that go? Okay. Over the last week or so, I've been jamming with my friend Michael Rubin and helping out on this all-in challenge that I am accepting right now. But allinchallenge.com, please go there. We are challenging some of the greatest artists, entertainers, athletes in the world to provide a ridiculous all-time experience or one of their most iconic items in their collection to help raise money to help feed the hungry during this ridiculous time. And so now I have to put up my auction. So my auction, the ultimate Gary V experience. Here we go. I'm going to go off the top of the head, and you can go on allinchallenge.com to go bid on this. I am giving away, okay, you get to, in the course of a year, you will go garage sailing with me and film Trash Talk. Also, you can get a workout with me and Mike Vacanti. So I know a lot of you pay attention to that part of my world. Also, we're going to go to Wine Library and do a $25,000 shopping spree. That's right. I'm going to pay my dad. Well, I'm going to donate. We're going to pay my dad $25,000. So $25,000 shopping spree at Wine Library. I will walk through the whole store with you, tell you the war stories, and you'll buy a bunch of wine, beer, liquor, whatever you want, food. We are going to go to a Jets game together. You're going to tailgate with me. I never do this. When I give away Jets tickets, I never let the person sit with me. So you will sit with me during the Jets game. I won't talk to you during the game. I'm completely focused, but you'll get that. So the ultimate Jets experience, tailgate, full game with me as well. Also, I'm going to give you 1 week play at VaynerMedia. So this is for you and a +1, by the way. So the 2 tickets, we'll do some +1s, we'll do some just me and you, depending on what it is. 1 full week at VaynerMedia, getting consulting and business advice from Team Gary V and me for the entire week, hanging out in the pit where the show's done. You're going to be a guest of my podcast. We're going to do a wine dinner for you and 7 of your friends at Hunt and Fish Club in New York City. And I'm going to fly you, all paid, +1, to 3 of my keynotes. And we'll work on those details. The ultimate Gary V experience. I hope you bid on it. I hope you get involved. I hope we raise a lot of money to help people that need it. Also, what's so fun about the All-In Challenge is you get to challenge people to be in it. I am going to challenge all the Vayner Sports athletes. I expect you in there, so that is number 1. Number 2, I'm going to go with, you know what? Timbaland, the super producer who's completely lighting up Instagram. Timbaland, the super producer, I'm calling you out. And finally, I got one. The Undertaker, one of the great wrestlers of all time. Please join the challenge. Everybody go to allinchallenge.com. Please support this. The experiences are going to be nuts. We've been working, bleeding out of the eyeballs for the last week, putting this all together. You're going to be blown away what you're about to see on social media. Hashtag allinchallenge. Please check it out. And please go to your favorite celebrities, athletes, and entertainers and leave hashtag allinchallenge to get them involved. The All In Challenge. Please take it.